I got LASIK during this whole thing,
Oh.
and yeah, they get dry as fuck from staring at a screen for a while. So you know,
What
I
was
got,
wait, did you get the LASIK where they like have to cut your eye open or
oh yeah,
just laser?
oh yeah,
Isn't that
Oh,
any LASIK? Don't they cut your eye open no matter what?
yeah.
no.
They
Like
cut a
the flap?
flap open, then they burn your cornea with a laser, and you can smell your eye burning.
No.
Yeah, you're awake for the whole thing, and the whole process is only a few minutes long, honestly. But
Ugh.
it was fucking terrifying, and they were like, "All right, we're gonna really need you to calm down, and relax." Like, A, that's not in my vocabulary. B, like this is like the opposite of when you can relax. You know what I mean? Someone is about to shoot a laser in your eye, and
So is this like So this is like a Clockwork Orange, basically.
Yeah, did
oh
they have
yeah,
clamps on your
dude.
eye?
Yeah, it was like clock. They did the clamps. It was like Clockwork Orange meets Jacob's Ladder for a minute. It was
Oh my
really
god!
fucking scary. And
And is it like a James Bond movie where like the laser's approaching and you're like,
yeah, the
no?
lasers approaching.
Can you
And
see
like
the
there's
laser? Is it like a tangible thing, or is it just
no,
light?
you don't see any beam or anything. You just kind of like see like where it's gonna come out of, and it's time. After they did the first eye, the second eye was way scarier because I knew what was coming. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like
My God.
then I was really wiggling. I was really concerned that like there's no way that I've been still enough during this process. Like
Yeah.
How many people you think run out with one eye done? Like, no, fuck this, I'm done.
yeah, like I don't know, man. That I'm gonna call it.
And they
But dude,
numb your eye before, right?
oh yeah, they numb it seriously, and like the very first thing they do after you're numb is like put this like suction cup thing on your eye that makes it bulge out,
No.
and your vision goes black for a minute, like you're
Oh
blind
my
in that eye
god!
afterwards.
Wait,
And
And then you
they
think
really do.
they've made you blind for a second, probably.
well, you gotta just they tell you about that part, so you gotta just kind
Oh,
of roll with it. And
Jesus.
like right afterwards, they let you go home, and light, you're so sensitive to light. Like imagine looking into the sun like you've done at some point in your life times a million. Like literally any daylight or any like light bulbs or anything was just like, help. So I come out of there, my girlfriend meets me in the hall. I'm like boogering, crying. My mask is just like all disheveled, and I'm like looking like shit. And she's like, "How are you?" I was like, "Get me out of here right now."
Is that how your girlfriend sounds? How are you?
Yeah, she's like, "How the fuck are you?" So, I'm like rattled, and they tell me on the way out, they're like, "Could you get a hold of yourself before you walk through the lobby?
Oh no.
Scare the fuck out of the
Yeah.
patrons that are coming in to get lasered."
Don't
And
walk out there and go, my eyes!
yeah,
Oh my fucking god!
I crawl out and start grabbing their pant legs and stuff. So
Don't go
we
in
get
there.
yeah, we get outside. We're waiting for the Uber. We're like covering. I have like a hoodie over my head. I have this 3-ring binder like I'm using as a shield. I have sunglasses on. They give you these like really jocked out, awesome like sunglasses that would have been cool in like '96. So that
Like
like
Ray Charles sunglasses?
sorta, yeah, like sunglasses that Vader would wear like in like the early 2000s or something. And so the ride home is fucking hell. I'm bouncing all over the place.
Oh no.
There's sun coming in so brightly. I'm trying so hard to cover my eyes and there's like sun's coming through my eyelids, and it's just hellacious. I'm boogering up my mask. I'm still crying, like it sucked. It was a really long, really shitty ride home.
Like Liam Neeson in Darkman, just trying
Oh
to
my
cover
God.
everything.
Yeah, dark. I needed some wraps. I needed to be like full on mummied up, basically. So you go home, they drug you up so you'll go to sleep when you go home, and when you wake up to take a piss, you can see. And yeah, there it was, man.
That's good.
So
I got to get a colonoscopy this next week, and I'd rather have that than have my eyes lasered. I just can't.
dude, yeah, I need to get a colonoscopy too, man. I've
Maybe
got
we go together.
Yeah.
yeah, let's go together. We can look in each other's eyes.
Hold hands. No, they're putting me the fuck out.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, I would prefer that method too. It does not sound too fun, but I do know that I need to get it done. I mean, 40 is, I'm staring down the barrel of 40 here. It's time to take a look inside this fucked up body and see what's going on.
I'm 46.
Fart and dust, man.
Yeah, seriously.
Oh, so
Well-
check this out. So, I talked Dave Davidson into getting his eyes done at the same place, right? And I told them, the doctor and stuff, like, oh, my friend Dave is coming through here. He's a fellow musician. We've toured together. He's a good friend. But then I told Dave that I talked to, and I was like, yeah, I told him that you were my arch nemesis, and to burn your eyes right out of your skull because you were like my main competition in the music industry.
Love it.
Oh, so check this out. There's more. There's more though.
no,
um,
I want to hear it.
Tell
So
us.
so Dave goes, like, I tell Dave about my experience, and I offer to like go with him on the day of his surgery, and like see that he gets into his Uber and gets home, and I'll hold the 3-ring binder over his head or whatever it takes. And he's like, nah, man, it's cool. So dude just gets the surgery, walks out, jumps in the Uber, gets home without any kind of consequence whatsoever, and doesn't seem to be having any kind of the same like experience that I had whatsoever. So I don't know. Maybe I'm just like just a huge pussy, or I don't really know. But yeah, I was pretty surprised that Dave was just like, nothing, man.
No,
Well,
he's just being a hard ass.